Hi guys, hope you've used this time wisely to review for your power assignment that we're going to take in a couple minutes. Just like this review, your power assignment is only 4 questions long. You'll get a couple points for each problem, but otherwise it's pretty much going to be a did you get it right or did you get it wrong? Do you know what you're doing or do you not? So let's go ahead and take a look at this first problem. The area of a rectangle is 39 square meters. The width is x minus 2, and the length of the rectangle is x plus 8. What is the value of x? So the first thing you guys need to do is create an equation. If you struggle creating this equation, draw your picture first. So you should have one of the sides say x plus 8, the other side say x minus 2. It does not matter which side is which, guys, because our formula for a rectangle for finding area is area equals length times the width. So when we plug that in here, we're going to get x plus 8 times x minus 2 equals our area of 39. So now you need to go ahead and do your biology box, your Punnett square, to figure out what our equation is going to be. And when you guys do that, you should end up with x squared plus 6x minus 16 equals 39. The problem with this, why we can't just start right away and factor this, is because it does not equal 0. We need to get rid of this 39. Over here. Because it's a positive 39, I'm going to subtract 39 on both sides. And when we do that, we get the equation x squared plus 6x minus 55 equals 0. And now that we have that, now we can go ahead and make our propeller for our airplane. So when we do this, we get negative 55 on top, positive 6 on the bottom. My two numbers are going to be positive 11 and negative 5. Divide by a, which in this case is 1, and take the opposite number. So we get that x equals negative 11 or positive 5. Now again, guys, remember the problem with this is that we cannot have negative length. Okay? We can't have negative 5 feet. We can't have negative 11 feet. So if you get a negative answer here, you have to get rid of it. So we can immediately cross out that negative 11 and say that x equals 5. And then make sure you look back and say, oh, we're working with meters here, so 5 meters. Absolutely no naked numbers, guys. No naked numbers. If you do not have it, I will take off points. So now taking a look at number 2, and I know I'm going fast through this, guys, because you should already have it done, just following along. Number 2, you should have n plus 5 times n plus 4 equals the area of 56. And when you multiply that out, you should get the equation n squared plus 9n plus 20 equals 56. But again, we cannot have this 56 over here. We need to move it to the other side. So I'm going to subtract it from that 20. And when I do that, I get 9 squared plus 9n minus 36 equals 0. Factor it. What multiplies to negative 36 and adds to 9? That's going to be positive 12 and negative 3. Divide by a, which is 1. And take the opposite. You should have n equals negative 12 or positive 3. Get rid of our negative answers, and n equals 3. And we are looking at feet, so I'm going to say feet with that. N equals 3 feet. Looking at number 3. I hope this didn't really catch anyone up. I always get someone that says, why does this one only have one side given to us? Well, that's because it is a square, ladies and gentlemen. It is a square. And squares, all the sides are the same. So when they give us that this side is x plus 4, that means that this side is also x plus 4, and they have an area of 36 feet. Okay? So go ahead, set up your equation. You can write it as x plus 4 squared, or you can write it out the long way of x plus 4 times x plus 4 equals 36. I'm not going to show my biology box on this. Hopefully there's plenty of you in here that can help if someone gets the wrong answer here. But you should end up with x squared plus 8x plus 16 equals 36. Move that 36 to the other side because it's a no-go on the right-hand side, and you get x squared plus 8x minus 20 equals 0. So when we go to factor this, guys, we are looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 20 but add to a positive 8. Okay, those two numbers are going to be positive 10 and negative 2. Divide by A, divide by A. And when we pull those numbers out, we get that x equals negative 10 and positive 2. Again, no negative feet or inches in this problem. Okay, we cannot have negative length. So my final answer, x equals 2, and we're looking at inches in this problem. X equals 2 inches. Okay, so problem 4, the area of a rectangle is 60 square centimeters. The width is x minus 4, and the length is 2x minus 1. So your equation, guys, when you set this up, be a little bit more careful here. My first set of parentheses, or the second, depending how you wrote it, has a 2x as a leading number. Okay, so when we multiply this out, again, be very careful with that leading number of 2x. So when you multiply it out, you should have 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 equals 60. And again, we've got to take that 60 and move it to the other side using subtraction. So when I do that, I have a new problem of 2x squared minus 9x plus 4, sorry, not plus 4, minus 56 equals 0. Factor it. Multiply the outside, negative 112. Remember, guys, we're doing 2 times negative 56 this time. Drop down the inside. And for those of you complaining that I gave you a large number on the top, suck it up, Buttercup. Let's go ahead and find those. If you can't just figure it out, make a list. Your magic numbers that you guys get should be negative 16 and positive 7. Negative 16 and positive 7. Now here's the thing, guys, that's different than the other problems, is that we have a front number. We have an A term. So we need to divide each of those numbers by A. Negative 16 over 2, that can be reduced. That becomes negative 8. Positive 7 over 2, that cannot be reduced, so that one stays. Remember to take the opposite sign, so we get that x equals positive 8 and negative 7 over 2. I'm going to get rid of that negative value there because, again, we cannot have negative length. And my final answer is that x equals 8, and we're looking at centimeters on this problem. Okay? So that's it for the review, guys. Hopefully you can get any questions sorted out that you may have. The sub may or may not be able to help you on it. But when you're done with the power assignment, please turn it into the front tray. And good luck on it, and we'll go over them on Monday.